Hey guys, just really want to quickly let you know that this December 2017 we have an Xbox Scorpio giveaway. The first 25,000 people to subscribe to my channel are eligible to win. There's some other things you guys can do to try and bump yourself up to the winner's circle. I'll leave a link in the description below explaining to you guys just how that works. Make sure you check it out. What's up guys, I'm your boy Recon, and today I've got my Infiltrator build to show to you guys. I've tried a bunch of different things, and I think I've come up with something that you guys are going to like. So here we are in the Infiltrator screen, and I just want to show you guys quickly the passives that come with the Infiltrator. The cloak evades. Now, every time you're using evade, which is the strafing left or right or back and forth, you're actually going to cloak just for a really brief second every time you're doing that, which makes it really hard for anybody to hit you with any damage while you are actually strafing around. So always make sure that you're constantly strafing as much as possible while you're on the battlefield. And then, of course, battlefield awareness. So you'll be able to actually see people through walls when you're scoping in with whatever weapon it is that you're using. So here we are in the tech tree, and the first one I want to show you guys is the Incinerate. Now in Incinerate, you're going to take the first three, and then you're going to take this one here. I take the 15% damage over time and 30% duration, just to give us more of a prime with Incinerate, because we're actually going to be using another primer slash detonator to try and get lots of combos, and we're going to be spamming them a lot. So I want to get as much duration on that as I can, and obviously the damage over time has synergy with the duration all on its own right there. So I personally take this one. The next one here is I want to make sure that you take the damage versus armor, because this is where we're going to try and gather most of our armor damage is going to be with Incinerate. Everywhere else we're going to go with shields and then just raw damage with our weapons. So this is very important to me that you take the armor here. It gives you 50% damage versus it. It's a big one. Make sure you grab it. With the rank 6, we're actually going to turn Incinerate into a combo detonator as well. Very important that you grab this one. This way we're going to be able to just spam our abilities and create a lot of combos just between energy drain and Incinerate. Okay, so now the second one you're going to want to take is Energy Drain. So like I said before, it has a lot of synergy with Incinerate, because this one also not only detonates combo primers, but later on in the build here at the very end, you're going to see we're actually going to make it so that it prime combos as well. So going back here though, first I'm going to show you that I took the 20% raw damage and then the 20% shield restored. Now, so we're restoring some shields, and we're going to get more damage out of it, rather than worry so much about the recharge speed, because actually the recharge speed in this is actually not too bad already. Here, recharge time is 14 seconds. It's really not too bad, because we're going to actually, it's going to be the first thing normally that we use. So by the time 14 seconds is over, we're usually ready to go again anyways at that point. So take the damage here instead of the recharge speed. And then here you want to make sure that you take this one. So now it makes it a primer as well. So like I said, now it has more synergy with Incinerate, because now Incinerate, we can use it to prime, use Energy Drain to detonate, or vice versa. So very important that you do this. So now that you have two different options to set up your combo detonations. The very last one here you're going to want to take in the rank 6 is the damage. We're going to get 20% more damage, and 40% more damage versus the shields, and 15% damage versus synthetics. Now this one's important because we're getting more shield damage here, because that's what we're trying to get out of our energy drains. We're trying to create the shield damage. We actually already have Incinerate going after the armor, so now we want to have energy drain taking down their shields. That way our combo usually against a shielded person will always be energy drain, then Incinerate, then we start blasting them away. On the off chance that we don't take all of their shields away, especially if we are in insanity difficulty, it'll be energy drain, shoot them a little bit, get rid of the rest of whatever shields they have left, then Incinerate them to try and get all that armor damage that we really want to get from Incinerate. The last and final one that you're going to take is Tactical Cloak. You're just going to take the first three. I personally go for the gun damage and all the power damage and the melee damage over the recharge speed. It does have a long recharge speed. I think it's about 20 seconds to start, but I've already found other ways to get rid of that. It's down to 13 seconds now, which kind of has good synergy with the rest of our countdowns, because remember, Incinerate here has 10 seconds and Energy Drain has 14 seconds. So, you know, having a 12-second or 13-second Tactical Cloak really works well with that already. So we're going to be able to spam them all together. It'll work out great. So don't worry too much about the recharge speed here. Go for the damage, because we're actually going to be using a lot of our weapons in the Infiltrator build. Now in the rank 5, make sure that you take the 50% duration. Gives you a lot of time to really move around the battlefield and recoup yourself, especially if you have just taken a lot of damage. Gives you that extra time to find something to get behind, hide, and then head back out onto the battlefield. Now rank 6 is very important in the tactical cloak, especially if you're going to be playing on insanity difficulty. You're going to want to make sure that you take the combat cloak. What this is going to do is make it so that once you cloak and then shoot somebody, there's a little bit of a delay before you uncloak. Whereas if you don't take this, as soon as you shoot somebody, you uncloak. So in insane difficulty, of course, you're trying to not take any damage from people because you know that when they hit you, you really feel it in insane difficulty. So this is going to allow you to actually shoot them more than once, maybe even get 3 or 4 good shots in before you uncloak. And hopefully at that point, the enemy that you're trying to take down is just about done. So that way you don't have to worry about taking any damage from them, and you're able to turn your attention to whoever else might be able to see you now that you are uncloaked. Here in the team support tree, it's up to you what you guys want to do. I will show you how I do mine. I take the first 3. I don't worry so much about the squad mate power damage or the tech. We don't have a tech construct, so I am selfish. I like to keep the damage for myself anyways, so I just go for the power restoration and defense here. I go for the team shield delay reduction, team shield regeneration. I don't have a tech construct, so the last one doesn't matter. Over the damage resistance during a revive, because it's not very often that I stop to revive anybody anyways, because like I said, I'm selfish. I usually, if somebody's down, I like to go kill everybody else myself anyways. And then the last one here, I take the regeneration bonus and the regeneration cap bonus over the actual damage resistance, but that one's up to you if you want. If you want to take some damage resistance, good to have in insane difficulty, but personally, I took this one, but totally up to you. Okay, so here we are now in the offensive tech, and the way I did it here was I took the first 3, and then I took the tech damage bonus to shield. Now, like I said before, we already had 50% damage to armor with Incinerate, so we're trying and max out our shield damage now. Up to you if you want to take the armor damage, depending on what kind of a player you are. I took the shield damage because I felt that we could use just a little bit more to try and knock those shields down, and then have Incinerate eat at their armor, and then actually shoot them to finish them off. Rank 5, take the 25% tech effect duration. It works for all 3 of our techs, our cloak, our incinerate, and our energy drain, because we have 2 primers, and the cloak itself gives us another 25% of cloaking time. So great to make sure that you grab this one. It has a lot of synergy with our build. In rank 6, take Omni Vents, because like I said, we're going to try and be spamming our abilities constantly over and over again, so it's good to try and get a rebate, especially since we have some longer cooldowns, like on our energy drain that is 14 seconds, and our tactical cloak that I think is around 12 seconds, so good to try and cash in. I know it only happens every 15 seconds that we can use it, but it will come in handy. Make sure you grab it. So here we are on the Biotic Tree, and there's actually a couple things in here that you're going to want to use for our build. So to unlock Barrier, you want to come down here into Containment, and there is something here in Containment that we want. 50% all combo damage versus shields. Not just biotic combos, but any combo. So all the tech combos that we're going to be dropping are actually going to be helping out with a 50% damage bonus to the shields. So make sure you grab this, and now you have Barrier unlocked. Now that Barrier is unlocked, you can build this any way you want. I'll just show you how I did it. I took 10% max shields, I took the weapon weight capacity, and the movement speed while shields are active, and I got some shield restored at low health. Now this actually comes in handy when you get down to low health, which is going to happen quite a bit in insane difficulty. It's actually going to give you all your shields back, 100% of your shields back right away. So this only happens every 10 seconds, but this will save your butt more often than not. So as a side note, if you have some extra skill points, you can come down here in the offensive biotics and work your way down here to the 40% all combo radiuses. So it actually helps us out with the radiuses on both of our combos that we're going to be dropping, whether we go Incinerate, Energy Drain, or Energy Drain, Incinerate. Now here in the combat tree, it's up to you how you guys want to do your guns. I'll just show you quickly how I've done mine here. You can pause it on the screen if you want to use this. I made sure I went with extra damage, lots of damage with my shotgun. I use it a lot. Here's the sniper rifle. Also up to you how you guys want to set up combat fitness. Really, it doesn't matter to me how you guys do this for this build. Pretty much anything in here will work well. So here we are on combat tools, kind of the same thing. I will explain this to you right now, that the 100% damage resistance while evading all has to do with while you're strafing. So anytime you are strafing, nobody can hit you with any damage. So important to me, especially for an infiltrator, to take this, or any soldier build or anything like that where you're going to be trying to get right into the battle. Important to make sure that you can evade really well and try and take less damage, especially on insane difficulty. The other ones in here are kind of up to you. I did go with the melee bonus over the damage resistance while I'm airborne. I don't hover a lot in this game, so I went, of course, with the melee bonus, especially since we do have cloak and we're going to be getting in nice and close. Sometimes I am going to be meleeing, so not a bad idea to take this. Okay, so here we are at the armor screen, and I'm going to show you what I've decided to go with. I've gone with the Angaran armor, and I'll tell you why. It's pretty obvious what we're doing here. Lots of tech power damage, tech effect duration, and as an added bonus, we're going to get some extra shield. Now, all of the effects that I put on it, all the augmentations I threw on, were all tech recharge speed to try and cool down the things with the big tech recharges, of course, like cloak that has a 20-second, energy drain that is huge. It's still a 14 seconds even with this, and incinerate. So I'm trying to cool those down as quick as I can, because like I said before, we're trying to spam our combos as much as we possibly can. That's where we're going to be picking up a lot of our damage as an infiltrator, and then of course going in and finishing them off with our guns or meleeing. For weapons, I almost always carry the shotgun. If you follow me, then you probably know this already. I use the Piranha shotgun, and I put on the plasma seeking system and the bioconverter. Put 2 augmentation slots on it because I do feel that augmentations are not as strong as a lot of the mods, so better to put that on, and then a kinetic coil if you have any extra room after that. I like to carry the Omni Blade. I love the way this thing is. It has a really quick jab to it, and I find it a lot faster than a lot of the other weapons. For a sniper rifle, because you're going to want to probably carry one if you're an infiltrator, I like to carry the Ishiray. It is the best gun, the best sniper in this game. The Black Widow is actually a little bit less in a lot of categories. So this is the better choice for whatever reason. They've decided to make the Ishiray better than the Black Widow in this game. But you can see here the mods that I put on it. And then also, of course, for augmentations, I put, when the health and shields are full, I get a 20% damage bonus. So if I'm going to lay back and I have full shields and health, this is the way to go. I'll actually just cloak, then I'll zoom in, and I'll blast them in a headshot. And generally, even in insane difficulty, this will one-shot almost any enemy. And of course, it works really well with our passives as an infiltrator. We're actually able to see enemies through walls, so a little bit of an added bonus there as well. So that's it for the Infiltrator build. I'm actually going to leave you guys with some gameplay now, showing you guys the different combos that I actually do. Check that out. Make sure you hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this, or if it helped you out whatsoever. Come check out my channel and subscribe for lots more Mass Effect videos and builds. I got them all. For now, I'm your boy Recon, and I'm out. Peace.